creating a fan page for your business. In this video, we're going to take a look at how to set up your own page. This is what you've been waiting for. You're going to get to watch me as I do one over my shoulder. Following that, we'll talk about how to grow your page and then some just additional tips and tricks you can do to help use it more. So let's go ahead by starting at the beginning by creating your own page. Okay, so on the main page here, if you scroll down, you will see it says create a page. Go ahead and click on that. Now we have to pick what we're going to be creating. If it's a local business, which in most cases that's what you're going to be doing, you'll click on that. If you're an artist or a band, you can see this thing there, entertainment, company, organization, or institution. But typically, we're looking for local business. You're going to want to go ahead and choose your category. Let's go ahead and say that this is a restaurant. Okay, the name of the business. The actual street address. Just making this up here. Zip code. And the phone number. Again, this is made up stuff here, so please don't call it. I'm going to agree to the Facebook terms and hit get started. Okay, this comes up to make sure that you are not a robot, which you're not. Hit submit, and there we go. We just created your page. Now, of course, that's not it. We need to make it look a lot nicer because this is not going to be very appealing to people. Okay, so now that we have created the page, we want to be able to use it. And a page, it's neat because it actually works almost the same as a profile. The thing is, we have to turn it on. We have to switch over from using Facebook as our profile to switch it over to be Facebook as the fan page. So over here where it says account, I click on it and you'll see that you can use Facebook as page. So I'll go ahead and click on that. And now it says switch. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And now you can see here, rather than seeing my profile, I am under my restaurant page that I created. So now we can go ahead and start putting information in here. Of course, we want to have an image that we would upload here for the page. I would suggest, it being nothing too corporate, but something that's more like, if it's a restaurant, maybe a picture of people eating, a picture of your restaurant filled with people, maybe a picture of the chef, a picture of a lot of food lined up, or a delicious dish. If it's a chiropractor's office, a picture of someone getting their back worked on, or even a picture of you smiling, but just informal, not something that you get taken at by a photographer at a special place, but just something at your place of business. Because this is not about a big fancy write-up in the newspaper. This is about being informal. So what we want to do is we're going to click on info here, and there's a lot of the good things that we can put in here to edit. I'm going to go ahead and hit edit info. And you want to go through here and fill out as much as you're comfortable doing. Subcategory, telling people just a bit more about what your business is. It's a restaurant, but do they know that it's an Italian restaurant? And you can see that even popped up there. Okay, so you can list your hours, which I certainly recommend that you do. About us is just a kind of a one-sentence summary of about what your business is or what it does, and the description can be a little bit longer, talking a bit more, highlighting the strengths. Things like been in business for 30 years. Won the Baltimore's best salon 5 years running. You just, whatever you could do. If someone were to pass you on the street and said, what makes your business unique? Why should I come to your plumbing service and not the person down the street? What makes you special? Well, here we go. That's where you would put that. You can see here that Facebook is looking at this as being a restaurant. So what popped in are restaurant-specific things like, what's the price range of what you charge? What kind of food do you serve? Is there parking? Is there public transit? Who's the general manager? I would encourage you to fill out as much of this as you can. If you don't feel comfortable listing someone's name there, then don't do it. But generally speaking, the more you're able to put on here, the more people can learn from the comfort of their own home about a business. And you might think, wow, when I go to a restaurant, I don't know all this stuff. But some people, in this day and age, they like to be able to know that. By all means, put your website here, put your business phone here so people can get a hold of you. Don't be afraid to put a business email there as well. And once you have all that stuff, just go ahead and save it, and then you've got it. So you want to make sure you do that. You also want to make sure that you go to photos and upload photos as well. I'm back here at my page, and you can see here that there's a spot for that's your image for your welcome. But what we want to do is I'm going to click on Joe's Restaurant, and here's the page as people see it. This is where we can upload photos. I'm going to click on Photos, and I'm going to go ahead and upload a batch of photos that show pictures of the inside of the business. I'm going to upload. I'm going to make another photo album. Well, like I talked about in an earlier video, make another photo album that's just called Entrees. And, I have pictures of some of my more delicious meals. Things like that is going to help decorate this a bit. Let's go ahead and look at someone's Facebook fan page that they already have it set up. Let's just find an Italian restaurant here. That's not a chain. Okay, this is a restaurant in a somewhat smaller town, and you can see that their picture. This is a stained glass. I believe it's stained glass window. It's just something that helps that restaurant stand apart. So that was an interesting idea for their picture. You can see that they have other pictures of their food and other things, right there at the top. Facebook just pulls these in. These are recent pictures that were uploaded. And then you can see that they post content. Now, in a later video, I'm going to talk about ideas for what you can be posting. But I want to just point out that, people are posting and they're letting people know, this is what we're serving this week, and this is something that happened last week, and all those kinds of good things. And then ideally, you have people commenting back and forth as well. So in order for this all to work, you're going to need to do a couple of things. You need to go out and make your profile page, your fan page for your business. You need to fill it up with pictures. You need to fill it up with the information about you. You also want to get some content on your wall. Once you have all those things in place, then you can start suggesting that people become a fan. So that's an overview. We're going to take a look at some of these elements a bit more specifically in future videos, but that gives you a pretty good idea of how this all works.